the most frequent are the most frequent ones are motorists failing to wear their seat belts. We have excessive tints on motor vehicles, it's becoming a serious problem. We also have using motor vehicles without insurance. Unlicensed driving is a very prevalent one. People seem not to want to license their vehicle too, so unlicensed vehicles. And we also have people permitting others who doesn't have license to drive.
That was Traffic Officer Damian Mitchell stating the main traffic offenses committed in the TCI. And News 4's question of the week stems from Monday's top story to reflect the views of residents on issues of concern. This week's focus, the surge in traffic violations and what the police can do to battle it.
What I think that they need to do is to make their presence felt and enforce the law, especially when vehicles are driving around the roundabouts. They doesn't give any indication where they are going, and I think that's where most of the accidents occur. When people are going around the roundabout, they must signal to the oncoming traffic that they are about to turn.
Well, I think they need to be out on the road more, especially at the roundabout points. I mean, cars don't stop, especially when you have the right of way. They just speed past, and like late in the evening when it comes on to the rush hour, you don't see any police anywhere. So, you know, people just zoops past, and you know, we have accidents, you know, more often like that.
The police should be on the road anytime.
So you think that they don't patrol more? They don't patrol enough?
No, they don't patrol enough.
The roundabouts, though said by traffic officers, are not to be as much of a hazard as the Scotiabank, Glass Shack, and Central Plaza intersections, is, however, a pressing issue for motorists, as it seems the right-of-way has become the wrong way, and motorists have adopted a first-come, first-served approach.
First of all, they need to replace some of the signs. The signs in the road have been knocked down by drivers. They need to replace that, and they need more presence on the road. They need to be like on the road like during working hours, like around about 8 to 5, and then they need to be on the road like 12 o'clock during lunchtime when people come and going for lunch and going back to work. And I believe that will help to reduce these the accidents and also, you know, speed.
Sometimes there's some accidents causes of some other people's driving with they're drunks, and some of them are there abusing the highways, and they're doing some drug racing and some making some fun in the highway.
So what do you think the police can do to stop all that from happening?
All I can say to the police that they have to do their best and do their jobs well, so that they will minimize the accident in the highways.
What they can implement, especially in these times, what I feel was really necessary is more of a police presence on the street. And that's my opinion from a law enforcement background. So more boots on the ground, more police presence on the street. I understand that they're in a difficult time. They might be under manpower as well, but more presence on the streets would definitely reduce the traffic violations, speeding, and accidents, and drinking and driving, most importantly.
Their views were all the same. By midnight, if not nightfall, the lawmen disappear. And despite only having 4 traffic officers for Providenciales, they need to stretch their resources and patrol. As for the past 2 years, the island have had 8 accidents per week, totaling 846, 101 serious, 5 fatal.
They should be out more, and not, especially at the roundabout, because people at the roundabout don't even like give you way when you're, even though you're like on the right, you're the right away. You have the right away. They will not stop. They just kept going. So I think they should be out more.
I think they should, you know, be patrolling the streets more, and I guess that will, you know, put a little fear in the and those who trying to break the law.
I'm all for having police presence.
For WIV4 News, I'm Nikira John.